Song that's playing for you is Run Them Down. So with that being said, listen, Aries, you might be real aggressive right now. Alright, whether you want to beat someone down with your passions, or you were like someone did something to you and just like you ended that situation. You gun them down with your words. Alright, you cut somebody's throat, excuse me, with your words. You feel me? You ended the situation. You subtracted yourself because someone was taking from you, stealing your time, energy, and or money. And they got you to thinking. And then you hit them with your passions. You had a couple words for them, or you expressed a couple things that ended the situation and brought you back to your balance. And now you ready to address anyone in regards to what you're passionate about. You're ready to let anyone know what it is that Aries is fucking with and what Aries is not fucking with. Alright, put your foot in the shoe that fits you. But you're open to expressing or open to receiving new emotions. Or someone express themselves to you in a youthful or undeveloped emotional manner. Or you are expressing yourself in an undeveloped emotional manner. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. And someone might have turned you down in some way, shape, or form. You expressed yourself, you expressed how you feel, you made an offer, you brought an idea, you wanted to take a step and invest, and someone gunned you down. Someone turned you down, or you turned someone down, or you're turning someone down. Hey, look, you over something emotionally. You used to be fixated on fixing or working on something that emotionally it wasn't going to work no matter how much you tried it. So it's like you took some introspect. You looked at the situation deeper. You changed how you viewed something, and you realized, you know what? Emotionally, no matter what I do, this is just going to have me in an emotional, unbalanced state if I continue to attempt to try to fix whatever this is. So you decided, you know what? The best thing for me to do is just get over it. There's always other opportunities, and you may not feel good because you have to let something go, because you have to be defensive towards something you were once open towards, but it's like something wasn't healing you no matter how much you tried it, or something was not working for you emotionally, no matter how much you gave to it, or no matter how much you wanted something to work, it wasn't gonna work. So it's like you may have been put in the position to where you can't bring yourself to something no more. You can't invest yourself into something no more. Again, it's like you let something go, but you might not have been ready to let something go, but it's like you knew you had to let something go. So now you're defensive. You don't feel good about the loss you just took, or what you just had to separate from. If this is for you, you'll know it's for you. Yeah, because you saw something that's stable. If it's you versus you wanted to hold on to something. You thought something was a grounded mindset, a grounded relationship, a stable way to invest yourself or give yourself. And it's like, but something wasn't working for you. So you had to let it go. Now that you had to let it go, it's like you may have still been emotionally connected to something that you had to let go. Now it's like you're defensive towards those around you in regards to whatever you're holding on to stable now, because it's like you don't feel good about the separation, or you're just not handling something well. Again, you may have had to gun something down that you didn't want to gun down. You had to separate from something that you weren't ready to separate from, but you may have realized that whatever that was harming you in some way, shape, or form, or limiting you in some way, shape, or form. So you had to separate. Now you don't feel good. And people could tell, like, but when it comes to your emotions, let me not fuck with Aries on the emotional tip right now, because Aries just been through something emotional. And then you're giving off defensive energy in regards to what you have left. The mindsets, the stability, third dimensionally or fourth dimensionally, that you have left from the situation you had to leave. In the club. See, now you might be in the club. Third dimensionally, you're in the club. Or fourth dimensionally, you're just in another world. In order to not be presented with this thought or this mindset. It's like you're distracting yourself. Yeah, because something wasn't good. Something had you in a lack. Yeah. Whether it was something someone offered you, or something you invested in. Something had you in a lax state of mind. You got the 9 of Cups in reverse and the 9 of Coins in reverse. And it's like you may have had to let go of whatever that was, or you were forced to let go because it's like you had no other choice type shit. Now you're defensive, and now it's like you're holding on to what you got left from whatever this investment was, because it's like you lost a lot of yourself, or just a lot of third dimensional, because again, some secrets, something came out that made you have to move on from the situation. But it also hurt you. And now when it comes to your emotions, you may not be in tune with them because you're defensive after this pain, or after this let go, or this let down in some way, shape, or form. You're not in the same space you used to be in. You may be distracting yourself. So if somebody wants to find you, they just meet me at the club. Whatever the club is for you, whatever your distraction is for you, put your foot in the shoe that fits you. Yeah, look, the sun. You became aware it's like this is the key to your freedom, or this will bring you to your freedom. But you gotta get over a hurdle in some way, shape, or form. Because it's like now your mind is free, because you're not spending your mind thinking about trying to work on something that won't work. So in that sense, you're free. You may not see it that way because it's like you had to move on from something that you thought made you happy. You thought it was a good investment. Because if I flip it, it's like you were working on something that wasn't working. You were giving your time and energy to something that wasn't working, but it made you feel good. And it's like it made you almost feel open in a sense. But it was having you in this, it had you feeling abundant. But it was restricting you in some way, shape, or form. But now that you let go, now that you got over whatever it is, it's like you may not feel good. You may not feel how you used to feel. You may be in a defensive state because it's like now you're holding on to all the thoughts and ideas you have left. But this is in fact your freedom, because you're no longer working on something that was pointless. You feel me? You may not, you just don't, it's like you don't see it yet. Hey, you know what you got going on, Aries. Alright, I'm gonna fuck with you though.